Guys, it's Lucas here. I'm so sorry it took so long to get this video out. I have some other projects. But that anyway. I'm finally here to show you my in-depth video of my links. So it's not going to be the most detailed video in the world. I just know a bunch of people have been begging for it. So I really want to take this thing apart so I can get to work on this beautiful shell ejecting SCAR 20S. So I figured I may as well do this quick video so everyone else can know how to build it, even though you might not have the pieces to. So, first of all, let's start with aesthetics. So first of all, bipod doesn't work. I had someone ask me about that. I'm sorry. There's no way I could get it to work properly within the time frame of the contest and everything. So the barrel is 3x3. It is made to reciprocate back and forth. I've scavenged a few parts. But before it had an elastic band return system. So you could pull the bolt back, lock that, have this back, and then when you press the release button, the barrel would shoot forward. Just took the whole front with it, but minor detail. And then a shell would chamber from the magazine, so just like the real one. That was one of the shots from the video, about like the 50-second mark. 53 seconds, I think. Someone asked if that was two shells entering the chamber. No, that was the barrel. So that's a pretty cool design. So Picatinny rail, super simple, scavenge some. I got a pick-a-brick order, and I got approximately 160 of these. Regular Lego 1x4s. So I used them all over the place. So this right here is the very front section. I used a bunch of these bow pieces attached by half pins to the sides and the rubber band to hold it all together. But in order to get that circular shape, I used a bunch of small L-beams all around the side to create a kind of like cup shape. And then when you take it off, it has just enough room. This bipod was a really lazy excuse for the real Lynx is one, which is actually really cool. But unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work. So very sorry about that. So again, it's just super simple. Little box with half pins on the outside. And that connects to the front over here. Right here. Some things on the bottom here. Locks in there. Barrel. Piston's been slightly scavenged as well. Super simple Technic barrel. Just have to make sure it has no obstructions. On the inside, it has to be exactly 3x3 all the way, so it slides properly. So we can take off the top cover here. I was originally planning on making this field strippable, but throughout the course of things, I realized the way the mechanism was designed, that wouldn't work. This right here is the top cover, nothing fancy, just a whole bunch of 1x4s. These right here are the pieces I've used for the entire side. They're really nice pieces. I ordered about $11 worth of them to cover the whole side. I know it might look like I'm destroying this, and I kind of am, but I'm taking it apart anyway, and I've already made all the stuff I need to off of it, so. My gosh, I'm so clumsy. So this is the whole shell on the outside, just all of those pieces, except for this part. This is different. Put that off to the side. Now we can finally work on the internals. You know what? Before that, let's go on the butt plate. Butt plate, simple as well. Feels really comfortable to hold. Attached by half pins. The back plate actually is important to structural integrity, but I'll get to that in the back in a sec. This is the back. More of these angled bricks. in the bottom there's this, but there used to be a little connector piece. I think I have one in tan. It was a 1x1, basically like this. 1x1 attached to here, and that would attach to the butt plate to hold everything together. Then when I had the dust cover on here, it would interact with the back like the real one. So then I use this little wing piece and these little dot pieces, like that one right there, just to make it all smooth. That attached at the back here really nicely. So charging handle. You know what? I'm gonna take the whole bolt out. So if you want to take the bolt out of this gun, you have to remove the guide rod. Guide rod, 32 stud long axle. This thing only came in a couple sets. One of them was the 42009, the mobile crane. That's where I got it from. It's very long. It costs like $3 if you get them otherwise, so pretty expensive, but thankfully I had the set. Then you have to disattach the elastic, and then disconnect this. You can pull the whole bolt up, but since there's like this guide on the inside, you can't just lift it up. You have to pull all the way back. That almost like an AK, similar like that. This is the bolt. This is what a lot of people want to see. One of the most important pieces of the gun. So this part right here guides along the inside of this Technic beam to keep it from being pushed up. Because since the shells are in the magazine, they push up. So it's about a half stud. They want to push the bolt up. But that wouldn't work because then it wouldn't want to feed the next round. So this thing is actually pushing down the shell. So when you have like 4 in there, it really wants to push it up. So I had to make this really strong. So this beam right here pushes up the tan right now. But when you have the roof on here, like that 1x4 thing, it holds this all down and makes the bolt really secure. Charging handle is pretty simple. Pulls back and then it locks in place because it can't move back anymore, so then you can move the bolt back and forth. This right here is the very end. So on the shell design, there is a cheese slope, and that cheese slope pushes this out of the way and locks into place. And then there's this little bit of the magazine right there, that L beam, that contacts one edge of the shell, and when you pull this out, it ejects it. But I realized it wasn't really ejecting it far enough, so I added a little bit of black right here, that bow piece. I have to get the right lighting. This one right here. That piece right there contacts. I'm so clumsy. Contacts this beam and holds it in place. So then it ejects the shell much farther. But then when it picks up the shell, it disconnects from that, so then this can move out of the way and pick up the next shell. There's also this right here for the guide rod, and just pull a bunch. I'll try to give you guys a good look at this. So if you want to recreate it, you can try. There's a whole bunch of half beams used. So now, on from the bolt, we can lift up the whole upper. Pretty simple. It's basic brick building. And then once you remove all these side pieces, we have the internals. Rubber band right here, you gotta slide it through here, and that goes on the back of the bolt. I'll actually reattach the bolt. So right here you can see the Technic guide beam. So when you put the bolt in, there's nothing back here, so you can just drop it in. Keep an eye on this yellow piece. Push down the follower. Goes forward. Hits that piece. Pull it back. Everything works. So there's a technical, and this thing right here is held in the back, right there. And then it's also held in by a pin right there. Unfortunately, if you look in my other video, you'll notice that it's not completely covered, which is unfortunate because I had to add that. But that was holding this in place. It wouldn't have worked without it. So this right here is the part that took me a month to build this gun. This little internal track right here. It had to be perfect and flawless in order for everything to work properly. So, bullet comes up right here, and the barrel is usually in the end right there. Gotta get perfect light for you guys to see this. And that stops the shell. And then for shooting, instead of like a regular mechanism, it actually pushes up on that. That contacts a linkage, which has a beam in the back, right here. And that pushes up on the bottom of the shell, contacting the sear, and fires it. Not sure what else there really is to cover on this. There's a lot of minuscule things. The thing is, if you want to build this for yourself, you'll have to do a lot of trial and error, like I did. It takes so much trial and error to get this thing to work properly. But if you put enough work into it, we could see a second, probably better version of this in the future. So I hope you guys stay tuned because some cool stuff in the future. Got an order of 10 pieces, so you can expect some flat dark earth guns in the future. Is that not focused? So many. I think I ordered 126 of these to make a lot of scars with that. This whole angled curved piece. Whole bunch of Picatinny. Truly beautiful. I also came up with this barrel. I didn't come up with it, but another guy did. Really cool design for a barrel. I'm going to use that and that. And then for a muzzle brake, all you use is helicopter blades. And then you put that at the very end of the barrel. And you can have a really looking cool barrel. Hope you guys liked that video. Sorry it was kind of rushed. Hope you guys have a great day and stay tuned for some more cool stuff. Bye.